So what role, now we have the Court of Appeals that has come in to the state of Nevada. What role does the Court of Appeals play in family court appeals?
Well, first of all, I think I had to learn what was the acronym, Marshall? The COA didn't sound too well. So it was the
they didn't like ICA for Intermediate Court of Appeals. They like Court of Appeals, COA.
COA. So the COA does entertain child custody appeals. They are assigned by the Supreme Court. So it depends on the issue. If it's a super important issue, I think the Supreme Court would retain it, such as issues of first impression or something of a greater magnitude. But other types of appeals where it goes on the best interest of the child factors, did the court abuse its discretion in applying the factors, something like that, they think that the Court of Appeals can handle. They do handle those types of appeals. I think they're assigned from the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court reserves itself for major issues. I don't know if Marshall or Emily agree. That's my impression.
And how it handles, how it works logistically is that early on in the appeal, the appellant, is asked, where should this case get routed? Their answer obviously isn't determinative, but they'll say, yes, that's a family law matter, so it should go to the Court of Appeals, or it's a custody matter, but it's of public, a matter of public policy, something like that. And then the Nevada Supreme Court makes a determination as to where it should get routed. And once briefing has finished in the case, so once the last brief is filed, then you'll get a notice that it's being transferred to the Court of Appeals if it's a case that's going to be transferred there, or else it just stays. You don't get a notice that it's staying, it just stays. So that's the point that it gets transferred, is after all the briefing.
And then if it stays then at that point, the Supreme Court would either set it for argument or issue its own decision at that point, right?
Yes. And if you get the notice of transfer to Court of Appeals, the same thing. You'd either get a notice there's going to be oral arguments or a decision eventually.